All right, everybody, this is week two of my workouts. Monday was a leg day. The angle is pretty awkward because there were a lot of people in the gym on Monday, sadly. So kind of had to work around that trying to do my workouts. But I definitely still got it in. Started out with some leg presses. I really don't like the leg press machine. This is probably my least favorite just because it bothers my knee the most, which is kind of crazy because lunges don't bother my knee as much as like the leg press machine. So I'm probably not going to be really be incorporating the leg press all that much. But moving on to some curls, which these aren't that bad. And I will say, even with doing the machines instead of the free weights, when I worked out Monday, I I realized I could go up in weights. I can't remember. I don't have my book beside me, so I can't remember how much weight I had on the machine, but I know I could have gone longer. And I've tried to keep all of I usually do about 3 to 4 sets of every workout I do. And reps really just kind of depend on what I'm doing. Now these lunges, I wanna go all the way down to the ground, like on my knee, but I gotta get my balance together. As you can see, I look like I'm about to tip over. So I'm gonna be working on some balancing next week. Just whatever I can kind of do so that I can take that leg back all the way to the floor. Um, and everything is time too. I know it looks like I'm going fast. I was not going fast. Everything is sped up times two. I think this is was my last workout for leg day. I did some glute bridges. And I did them elevated because I wanted to see how this felt versus my feet being flat on the ground. And I feel like I tried it with my shoes off as well. Let's see. Did I clip? I did. These were cool. I'm not mad at these. Probably need some grippy socks or some different tennis shoes if I am going to be doing these glute bridges because I definitely felt like my feet were sliding off multiple times. Now this, I don't know. I just wanted to finish with something different, so I just kind of I was doing whatever. I did end the day with cardio. I feel like I did the stairmaster on Monday. But anyway, Tuesday back in biceps. You know, this Tuesday for whatever reason, I don't know why I was getting my workouts mixed up. And after I was doing these curls, which look like they're about to take me out. No, these look like they're about to take me out. I started doing some tricep exercises and I was like, wait, this is bicep day. So I had to make some adjustments. I was in the gym for a little bit longer because I was doing some of the wrong workouts. But these do get tough after you start doing a couple of them. So I think I may switch these to do until failure. Here, great back workout. I definitely could have went heavier on the weights. I feel like that's just a 15 in my hand. It wasn't. Oh, and you know what else happened this day? I was struggling this day because I couldn't figure out why one side was harder than the other. And I had two different sizes. I had one hand I had 15 pound and the other I had 20. Tuesday was a day for me. Um, I was struggling. Ended off with a couple of these cable pulls. I like the cable pulls the best, I think. I like cable pulls and I really like the lateral pull down. I didn't do that this week, but next week I'm definitely doing that. One of my favorite workouts for back. What I can say is I definitely feel my muscle mass growing again, which I love that. Like I really Really love that. I tried really hard this week, even though I felt like I wasn't seeing any progress. I still tried my best. Now later in the week, I think I fell off just a little bit because I was just kind of over it, but I'm gonna use that to fuel me for next week. And this was my last exercise before I probably either ran or did the Stairmaster. Can't remember. I've been choosing between the two just because I'm getting ready for my 5K. Wednesday I did core. I didn't really record everything I did, but I'm gonna put in the description um the workouts I ended up doing. Core, I usually try to just go till failure. I don't have a set amount of reps I do for core. I just do as many as I can because core is probably the toughest part for me. Um, which is crazy. And I what I want to do is do a video of my before and after from before when I lost weight because this stomach was on flat. It wasn't all the way flat. It's never gonna be all the way flat. I lost 100 pounds. But the struggle with this midsection, oh my God. But core day was good. I think up until today, and it's Sunday, I've really been feeling like my core, and it's like, okay, I feel that kind of that muscle ache in my core where like you're getting stronger. Um, so all of these core exercises really helped me through to the week, and also just remembering when I'm lifting weights for other muscle groups to keep my core tight has helped as well. Um, but yeah, these was really hard. So just go till failure, even if you don't have like a set amount that you need to do. But yeah, core day was great. I am looking for some other core exercises that I can do. Other than the tried and true, like the crunches, reverse crunches, those are like tried and true core workouts. I have seen some other workouts online I think I want to try. And in fact, today, once I got off the floor, I actually did like just walking with weights and holding my core tight, squeezing my core and walking with weights. And I think that's super effective, kind of doing like marches. And I did that a couple of times just to finish out my core day. And what I want to try to do is go heavier, just carrying heavy weights. I have seen some people do that, and I do think though that is effective. Side note, that is not a full face of makeup. I just had my eye makeup still on. I only had wore eye makeup that day, so it was still kind of it was on my eyes when I went to the gym. Thursday, this I recorded a little bit of my warm up. I always try to do a warm up. And this Thursday, I did more of like a stretch warm up to get me ready, and I worked out legs. And I mentioned this before, but my mini stepper that I have, it came with an app. So the Sunny app is the app that I use, and I usually get all my warm ups off of that app. Um, and I'm definitely going to be so I can meet my step goal every day. I'm gonna start back getting on my mini stepper in the morning. It's a really great workout. If you don't get anything else, get your mini stepper, or even some people do the walking pads, which is cool. Um, I don't have a walking pad just because I had already got the mini stepper, but I may eventually invest in one of those too. We'll just have to see. This angle is pretty weird here. I'm trying to remember what happened Thursday. I know there were people in the gym. I don't think as many as Monday, but I was also kind of over it because the night before is when I was kind of like going through it, feeling like I'm not seeing any progress. I'm not used to this. I'm used to seeing progress like fast, and it's just a little bit different for me this time. So I did do leg workouts. I only did 3 though. Um, this is a glute machine that's in the gym, so I did this one. And again, I don't know. I think every day after the workout, I realize I can go up in my weights. So I'm gonna go up again in weights next week. I know I can lift a little heavier, so that's what I'll be working on. But yeah, Thursday I was not feeling your girl was feeling some type of way. My muscles do look good though. My leg muscles look really good. But I've always kind of had pretty defined or strong leg muscles. My legs ain't never been the issue. What's always been the issue is this damn stomach. I don't understand. She don't want to go nowhere. She don't want to leave me. Um she does not want to leave me. I want to do what I can to avoid getting a tummy tuck. Don't get me wrong. I kind of do want a tummy tuck. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want a tummy tuck and I want a breast reduction for sure. But I think what kind of gave me a little bit of extra motivation is I found this girl on TikTok. She had like a, large stomach like I had, but she lost weight and she was able to not just get rid of her stomach, but just I don't she did some other methods to help with her loose skin on her stomach. And of course it's not completely gone, but it minimized it a lot. So I'm trying to incorporate some of the things that I've seen her do and some other people online because if I can avoid having the surgery, I would. I don't think I'm going to be able to avoid it when it comes to breast reduction, but maybe for the tummy tuck, I don't know. We'll see. I still kind of want one though because they eat down. Um. Anyway, I finished off this night on the stairmaster. I think by the time I got to the stairmaster, I was feeling better. I was dancing, probably because some good songs had come on the mix I had. But I started feeling a lot better about the day by the time I got to the stairmaster, because I did not want to go into the gym Thursday or Friday, but I went anyway, and I got it in. I stayed locked in. And just sometimes you just really got to constantly remind yourself that you have to keep going. Even when it don't look, even when the road ain't clear, it's foggy. Just keep driving. Just stay the course. You know your route. Just take it. Just go. Okay? You're going to make it. You're going to make it. Um all in all, had a good Thursday. And now at Friday, I showed my warm up exercises. Again, I do them every day. I just don't always record them, especially if it's people in the classroom part. But if no one's in the classroom part, then I can show y'all a little bit of the exercises I do. Apart from there still being fat on my stomach, I do still have like a lot of loose skin there, just from when I initially lost my 100 pounds. Just like my arms are a little flabby. Um, you can just really see all of that hair. Oh my god, maybe I need to cut this out. Hold on. No, I'm just playing. Um, be sure to always warm up your body, especially us, y'all. When I say us, I mean those of us over 30. This 33-year-old body got to be warmed up, okay? Whether it's like some dynamic warm up like this, or some yoga, or just like a stretching or whatever, like find a way to warm your body up. I actually really love this app because it has so many different kind of things I can do to warm up and get my body ready before I start lifting. One day, I'm gonna share the story of why I really started lifting, because I wasn't always like trying to lift. Um, but I'll share that in another video. When I initially started losing weight, it was mostly cardio, and I think most of us kind of start off that way, like doing a lot of cardio, doing a lot of aerobic exercises. And don't get me wrong, I think those things are absolutely amazing. Absolutely do those things. But lifting weights is really just kind of is very different. Friday I did chest, shoulders, and triceps. And again, after now these, okay, I might not go up on the weight in these because after doing these for a couple of sets, that 10 pounds get heavy. I'm sorry. It gets real heavy. um when doing them shoulders. Them shoulders ain't nothing to play with. I'm not gonna hold you. And I'm not even trying to really have no strong shoulders like that. Like, if anything, I really just want my chest to look nice and my triceps. I gotta start working on those again. My triceps were really toning up and the skin there was really starting to get better before I stopped, lifting. But I'm gonna get back there. I'm definitely gonna get back there. Um a little bit every day. Doing a little bit of chest exercises and I wanna find more exercises for these groups that I actually like to do. Not to say that there's a problem with, the ones that I did, but I really like to find workouts that I enjoy so that it kind of makes it a little more fun. I'm more likely to push myself to go a little bit harder the more I like doing the workout, if that makes sense. There are definitely some workouts that I do just simply do not like to do. Not gonna hold you. And I feel like you should do what you like, do what you want, you know, do what's gonna work for you. Um, did a little bit of these cable pulls. I believe this was the last workout I ended up doing. Oh no, it was not. After this, you are going to see me struggle to do some push-ups. I've never been a push-up girl. Never. But I wanna be. Like I wanna be able to just like drop down and do a bunch of push-ups. Now I'll try. But baby, I struggle with them push-ups. You know what? I think this week I'm gonna challenge myself every day to try to do at least 10. Because I was struggling with these push-ups. I am not gonna lie. And I was laughing at myself because I couldn't believe I could not push myself up. This is crazy. I'm too young for this. Granted, I know at a certain age you really got to you really got to work for stuff, but please stop laughing at me. I'm gonna stop laughing at myself, but I'm gonna attempt to do more push-ups because I got to be able to. I have to be able to push myself up off the ground. Like, what if something falls on my back? Do y'all ever think about stuff like that? Like, oh my God, what if I'm in a situation and something heavy's on my back? I can't even push it off me. I can't even push myself up off the ground. That's crazy to think about. So definitely something I gotta work on doing. So after I, struggled with them push-ups, I decided just to do some more tricep exercises to finish out my workout. And then I ended out my Friday night on the Stairmaster. My favorite. I'm really getting back acclimated to the Stairmaster again. I've been doing level 3. When I was doing it faithfully, I think the highest I was doing was like level 6. So I definitely want to work back there. And up my time. The most on the Stairmaster I did this week was 20 minutes. So, and I know I can go longer. I've gone longer before on it, but that's always a really great workout, especially with the right music. I'll be on that bed for an hour. Okay. Um so Friday ended up better than I thought it would. I don't know why. Doing that cardio after lifting always kind of makes the day better for me. I don't know why I did that angle. I'm so funny. Then anyway, Saturday I just went in and did some cardio. I tried to jog most of the time. I did 2 miles. I should have did 3. I need to be doing 3. But yeah, that was week 2. And I will see y'all next week. Thanks for watching.